That was Secretary Hegseth along with Polish leaders. Want to take you right now to a live aerial view of Fort Lauderdale Beach. This is apparently a boat fire or whatever's left of it, completely charred. But we do know that is Fort Lauderdale Fire Rescue on scene, dousing out hot spots, and I saw one firefighter with there you go, with the electric saw there, and as you can imagine, this is probably they got to clear this vessel from the water, because that in itself is a dangerous situation with all the pollutants and the toxins into the water. And so I imagine they are just ripping it up and taking it into smaller pieces. But as far as how this was caused, we are still looking into that. We see 5 firefighters surrounding that boat right now. It's so even difficult to tell what kind of boat this was, Carlene.
It's a charred remains of something that was, it's hard to tell.
I don't know if it's like a pontoon or just like a smaller,
like a small boat?
leisurely, passenger vessel. But it's interesting too, as we're looking live here. There was a separate boat on fire incident the day before. The 26th, so 2 days ago. Also in Fort Lauderdale, not far from the Lauderdale Yacht Club on Southeast 12th Court. So this separate situation caused nearly a dozen people to go to the hospital after a boat exploded. And that was on Memorial Day evening, so Monday night. So that was near the New River Triangle. Again, U.S. Coast Guard officials saying that there were 13 people on board when that incident happened. And so we're just trying to sort out where in relation to the Memorial Day incident, where this is, and that it's another boat fire that is of a major destruction here, obviously, along shore, washed up along shore, perhaps on the Fort Lauderdale Beach. So we are checking in with some of our affiliate crews, and as we take a look here now from the NBC helicopter above Fort Lauderdale. Once in a while, you'll see that the shot is frozen, like it is there right now, and you can see them just try to really just take this apart with all of the equipment they have. They brought in these heavy-duty electric saws, and it looks like it's not quite enough. I imagine they need heavier machinery to get that done. All right, so we'll continue to monitor things there in Fort Lauderdale. The picture is back. So, so that's why there's a hot spot there in that corner.
Yeah.
Oh, as soon as we got that tighter shot, and the one firefighter just sort of brooming some debris away, you could see the flames from the rear of the vessel there. And now it is quite visible. So that's why we saw, if they zoomed out here, the fire rescue boat dousing water from the fireboat, rather.
Fireboat.
A truck on the water.
Or fire crews on water. Like, look at it though. The fire is like, it's like reigniting. Like, what is?
I mean, and that's
fuel, right?
the fuel. Who knows how much is left in there? But you think that it's completely done and destroyed, and that's why firefighters, once they see the most visible signs of a fire, they seem to be out, and you see that white smoke. That's all encouraging. They continue to spray water on there because you could see smoke from there. Okay. So this is. As I am from Broward County,
as I
am from Fort Lauderdale, the suburbs, though, you would think I know this area, but it is not Las Olas. So, but you can see a lot of shoreline, a lot of beach there in front of those condos and homes. So there's a lot of real estate, rather, I should say, if they wanted to bring a fire truck. So I'm not quite sure how the approach to fighting a fire like that is. It has to be done from the water. That's why they have Fort Lauderdale Fire Rescue boats.
Right.
And but there was a quick glimpse there when the camera pulled out, and that boat was kind of a ways away from the charred boat. But interesting, as it's so the intercoast or the intracoast there in the foreground, in the background, and then you have these condos, private developments, tennis courts, pickleball courts, pools, obviously, all of that sand and beachfront, and then you have the boat just washed up along the shore.
Yeah.
So taking a look there, that is a live picture right now of Fort Lauderdale. It looks like it's a nice day. Probably very humid. Okay, so let's get back. There we go. Now the Fort Lauderdale Fire Rescue boat is back close in proximity to the charred boat, and you can see them hosing down the that destroyed vessel.
I have to imagine this is going to be a pain for like tourists.
Yeah.
You can't be anywhere near that water.
No,
like,
you don't want to be
fuel,
near that.
All that stuff.
Exactly.
Like, that closes down a good chunk of the beach and
You're so right.
prime
So right.
real estate right there.
Yeah. And so they got to get rid of that. They got to test the water. They probably have to close that off. The firefighters now standing back.
Is that a pontoon? Like, I'm really, I
Right?
don't know.
It kind of looked like a pontoon or some sort of touristy boat,
yeah,
like a passenger, like a
yeah.
flat boat with several benches there. But what a sight to behold on 10 o'clock in the morning.
10 o'clock in the morning.
You know,
On a Wednesday.
on a Wednesday, Fort Lauderdale Fire Rescue getting the call, you know, boat fires and
Yeah.
things of that nature, I would assume more rare than structure fires.
Yes.
And, but it is important, when you have water, you do have a designated water crew.
Correct.
And those teams that approach things like this. So we are still trying to get more information, though, from our NBC affiliate there. You saw on the helicopter, the base of the helicopter, NBC 6 in Fort Lauderdale, Miami. And I'm not quite sure, let's see, I'm looking at some information here now. Some of their top stories.
I haven't, yeah.
Oh, no, I'm looking, that's separate crash. So, well, Florida busy right now.
Busy.
South Florida busy with the governor in Palm Beach County. This is now Broward County. And the boat finishing up the dousing of, from there, we don't see the water line now. But there is a little bit of smoke. Smoke there from the edge of the boat, midway, close to the water. See if the firefighters go back. If this is a back and forth team effort, you know, you get some of the fire crews on the boat, and then you get the ones on land coming back to the vessel there. A few spectators now you can see in that wider shot. And now the boat is back at it.
Yeah.
So perhaps they use the water from the beach to refill and then get back at it.
I mean, they gotta tow this thing out. Like, this is gonna be a whole to-do.
This is going to be a whole thing. It's interesting to watch these as they happen live, you know. Hopefully everybody is safe.
We first saw the shot. We never saw, like, we really didn't see flames. We saw
We
the
just-
boat, like,
we
in
just-
mid-state,
that's
but
right.
It was charred to bits when
We're-
we first
yeah,
saw
we-
it. So we never
You saw it, and then where is that? What's happening here? And then once the aerial picture widened a little bit, we saw Fort Lauderdale on the rescue boat. So that just giving us the slightest clue here this morning on what is happening. Fire rescue not posting just yet on the efforts there. But again, this is a separate incident, and to deal with another boat fire just 2 days after an explosion nearby, that is unfortunate for that area and for fire crews and rescue crews. But looks like, I mean, they're not
They're not panicking. There's no chaos. It
Right.
seems like the situation's under control. It's now...
Exactly.